Well, hello everyone. So I decided to do a little check-in on the fires. I mean, throw my hat in the ring. Everyone else is talking about it. Wow. So I guess when I saw fire and lava, not that we had a volcano, but lots of heat and fire for August. Wow. Anyway, back in July, look at my notes. The word that came up for July. And remember, these are events that are coming. So in July, I got the word catastrophic, and I asked, do we have a catastrophic event coming? Yes. It's either, is it weather or natural phenomenon? Yes. In the US, ding, ding, ding. The only thing I got wrong was I asked, is it east, west, southern? And I got that it was southern, but holy crap, there are fires everywhere. It was like the first 2 days after I put out that energy report or did my check-in. First of all, I can't even believe the number of industrial fires that were going off in several states that week. And not just talking about the Maui fire, but now we've got another Canadian fire. And a fire in Washington. I think they're calling it the Gray Fire. Now, I don't know if it's connected to the Canadian fire, but my God, these are massive fires. People are being told to evacuate. Their homes are going. I mean, it's crazy. So while I'm glad that at least some of my visions are accurate, and the visions that I had, the images that I had for the August, yeah, we're in August, this August report, they were so random, but they all fit together. But I don't have the expertise. When I go in to try to drill down to get more information, then I get really lost and incorrect. Just the images. What I'm realizing now, I get images and they all start to paint a story of what you start hearing people talk about. For example, I mentioned that it looks, I'm seeing something like a 9/11 event, and people started comparing this and bringing up 9/11 because they're talking about directed energy or whatever, trying to make this a huge conspiratorial event. So I think that's why I was hearing 9/11 or something like that, because now people are re-talking about it or comparing it to. I also remember heard the word Mount Vesuvius and was seeing this volcano. Well, also, I saw a big headline on a very popular news outlet saying this was Maui's Pompeii moment. And Mount Vesuvius is the volcano that erupted that totally took out Pompeii. And those were, families that were being, I hate saying this, burned alive, all huddled together. And so, yeah, I heard Mount Vesuvius related to Pompeii and 9/11. And these are all the topics people are talking about in regards to the Maui fire. So let's just look at what I got. And it's probably not going to be a popular reading, but I asked, was the fire intentionally set? No. Was this, basically the winds and openness of terrain? Yes. Was this also a convergence of events? And I was thinking of just wind, blah, blah, blah. And I got a no. And I felt like, oh, I need to rephrase my question. Was it a convergence of unfortunate decisions? Yes. So it wasn't intentionally set. And, with the winds of the hurricane, Dora, I think, I can't remember the name, and the openness of the terrain, along with poor decision making from the electric company, all added to this insane, unfortunate disaster. But there was some nefarious activity, and we'll get to that in a second. Now, I also, I wanted, nothing happens by accident, right? And we can look at things from a relative, excuse me, my nose is, I'm about to sneeze, the relative level, meaning, human mind level, or we can span out and we can, and I asked, is this what has happened? Is this sort of like a karma or a fate? And I got a simple yes, like, yeah, you could say that. And what I was getting is that, this is not to lay blame, but it's to show that when we say we have a karma or a fate that has occurred in our lives, what it is, it's a convergence, I'm using this word a lot, of complementary energies. So there was a convergence of perhaps whatever that collective field was, whether it be beliefs or the decision making of people in power, and the storm and whatever sparked the fire all came together because they complemented each other. And the intelligence that runs this world, no accidents, and it is an act of purification. That's what I got. But also this is a needed death for transformation. Yes. Okay. Let me go on to my other questions here. So I did ask, was there any nefarious or malicious action that aided to the fire? Ding, ding, ding. Okay. And then I asked, can you please show me what that was? And what I saw was a plane going by and like dropping chemicals or something. And I got, is this due to spraying of something in the trees? Warm yes. When I get a warm yes, it's a yes, but it says lower my hand. Every time I use my hands, Zoom thinks I'm asking a question. I see a little hand on the screen. So annoying. But it's not really that. And I just went on trying to ask all kinds of questions. Was it a drying agent? Was it directed energy? Was it a civilian? Was it blah, blah, blah? And I was like, cold, 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 wrong direction, missing the point. And I said, do I need to stop asking questions? Yes. But then later on, I went back and I looked at, was it August or July? I think it was August as well, that I said it would be some collective event that's, which I still think is going to happen, some solar activity. But what came to me when I stopped asking questions and just was moving around the house, it struck me that this has something to do. It's a convergence. It's like perhaps what they're spraying, chemtrails, in the air, which is a malicious thing that they're doing, and the reduction of the magnetosphere and the activity, the growing activity of the sun and radiation is all aiding to these fires for sure, are adding to the intensity of these fires. But I can't quite get, I know that there was a nefarious and malicious action that aided to the fires, but I can't get what it is. But it doesn't mean that that malicious action was taken during the fire, that it could have been events or things that people, powers that be, that are doing that aid in these things. Anyway, I asked once again, because I was like, maybe I'm too much in my lower mind and I'm getting the incorrect answer. So I cleared the field again. And I asked one more time, can I please have a confirmation? Any nefarious or malicious action that aided to the fires? Ding, ding, ding. It's not often that I get ding, ding, ding twice, which means red hot on the nose. So some malicious activity, but I don't feel like it was during the fire and that created the fire. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and I just gently asked about the Canadian fire, this second Canadian fire that suddenly just started. Was this intentional? Warm, yes. Was it an intentional thing that got out of control? Yes. Was this intentional fire? Because sometimes you can set it up. You have to be really careful when you say, was something set intentionally? Yeah, but it didn't necessarily have to be for nefarious reasons, right? I'm intentionally setting a fire to stay warm. Anyway, was this Canadian fire for malicious reasons? Warm, yes. Was it a civilian? Ding, ding, ding. And what I got was this civilian wanted to cause harm to property, yes, but it got out of control, yes. And I don't, yeah, that's about all I could get on that. Now, I went on to a different subject because I'm beginning to feel something. And for the first time, I got, maybe I have before, but I was asking about stocking up on food and food shortages, just stocking up on food. And the sage indicated that yes, a solid yes, like now's the time to start really, like you should have been doing it before. Food, should we and others really be stocking up now? Solid yes. Now, let me see where my questions are. And then I did ask food or supply issues in the near future. And I got a, no, which means clarify your question, because near future, what does that mean? 6 to 8 months, tomorrow? I had to be more specific. Food stock by winter. Ding, ding, ding. So it's time to get stocking. Is this due, yeah, is this need to be stocking up due to ongoing disasters? Yes. And, with all of these fires and the desolation of towns and probably, roadways and, this is a disruption of supply, right? And farmland and all that sort of stuff. Ongoing disasters, yes. Are we going, does it appear to be more fires? Warm. And then I started asking about all kinds of weather events. I wasn't really quite getting a lot of solid answers, so I'll just skip all that. But I said, is this something to do with the power grid issues? Ding, ding, ding. Is this a global warning for food stock? No, just the US. Missing the point means ask again. Oh, is it just US and Europe? Yes. So US and Europe, get your food stock up and running now. Just be prepared for winter. Now, what else did I check in? So I just decided to do a little bit of check-in just to see what else I could see for August or what's coming in the near future. And I saw something to do with a satellite in space, maybe something's going to happen in space, whether it's a satellite or something else, but it looked like it was kind of falling out of control. Or some news stories about space or a satellite. I know I'm giving myself a lot of room to be right, but look out for that. Yeah. Then I saw a really interesting image. And I know last month, I'll skip that. Anyway, I heard the word bloodshed, and then I saw what it felt like a government building, and there was a wall here, and then the head of a man with white hair, very thinning white hair, and blood. That's all I'll say. could be metaphoric, but I'm just sharing the images that I got. Then I did ask about the US economy, and I saw like money falling on, like a ticker tape parade. I don't, it's like where all those little, what do you call that, confetti falling to the ground. It didn't feel like it was a celebration that money was going to be falling from the tree, so to speak. It felt off, like not good, but we'll just see. Then I asked about the US market. I guess, is the market and economy, I think they're two separate things. I got the market would be strong despite whoever that person was buying up or selling something to try to, I guess, spark a market crash. Anyway, well, those are my insights, or what I got regarding the fire, Maui Fire. Terribly unfortunate event. And okay, until next time.